Breaking news surrounding the New York Football Giants, as the Giants and Darius Slayton have agreed to a pay cut that will be slashing Darius Slayton's original salary for 2022 of $2.54 million down to $965K, and will allow the Giants to create at least another additional $1.6 million in cap space going into the season, and Darius Slayton has a chance to earn some of that money back with playing incentives during the 2022 season, and by the amount of times he plays, and by some of the numbers he's able to put up. So that's going to be able to keep Darius Slayton on the New York Giants roster, and he will in fact be back at practice today, as that's probably the reason why Darius Slayton was excused from practice yesterday during the runabout yesterday at the Giants practice. So Darius Slayton has officially agreed to a pay cut this year for the 2022 season, where his original salary was $2.54 million he was going to make this year, but instead his salary has been slashed now to $965,000, and that also creates additional $1.6 million in cap space for the New York Giants after the pay cut for Darius Slayton going forward, and Darius Slayton has a chance to win some of that money back depending on how he plays this year, with playing incentives as well as the types of stats that he puts up, the amount he plays, as well as if he's able to play a minimum of 15, 16, 17 games. So good on Darius Slayton, good on the organization. At least the Giants are now able to at least keep a guy that still has some value to this team in Darius Slayton. They don't have to worry about cutting him because of the fact of the amount he was making on his salary. Now Slayton also has an incentive to go out there and play even better going into a contract year, and the fact that he had his money and salary slashed this year, he's going to have the chance to go out there and prove everybody that he could still be an effective player, not only in the New York Giants, but also in the league going forward. So just to report this breaking news that's happened with the New York Football Giants, Darius Slayton has officially agreed to a pay cut where he was originally going to be making $2.54 million on his contract for the 2022 season, but now that salary has been slashed down to $965,000 going into the season. And with this move, the Giants have additionally created another $1.6 million, toppled off with the $12 million or so the Giants created yesterday when they restructured the contract of Leonard Williams. So the Giants have now created at least over $13 million in cap space with the pay cut agreed to by Darius Slayton, as well as the restructure they made yesterday with Leonard Williams. So that gives the Giants a little bit more money now to play with. I'm assuming it's going to give them about $6 to $7 million now in cap space for this season going forward. So good job by Joe Shane. Kudos by Darius Slayton, the fact that he really wanted to remain on this team, that he was willing to just take the pay cut, and he's going to want to go out there and prove to everybody that he could still be a viable option on this New York Giants team. And what it's going to do is it's going to help strengthen this wide receiver core going forward, as now the Giants are going to have a quintet of guys that they're going to be relying on going to the season, with Darius Slayton included, with Kenny Golladay, Kadarius Toney, Sterling Shepard, and Wan'Dale Robinson. So that's just the breaking news that I want to give you guys one more time. The New York Giants and Darius Slayton have agreed to a pay cut in his salary, which he was originally going to be making $2.54 million going into the 2022 NFL season, but now his salary has been slashed down to $965,000 he'll be making this year, and that's going to be able to create an additional $1.6 million of cap space added to the New York Giants after yesterday when they were able to create 11.92/$12 million in cap space for the Giants, which they originally had about a little over $4 million in cap space. Add this 1.6 now, the Giants should have about $6 million now in cap space going into the season. And maybe there might be some still more restructuring going forward, but Darius Slayton now, he will remain with the New York Giants. He will be at practice today as the Giants continue to get ready for their first game against the Tennessee Titans. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Subscribe if you haven't already to NYG Jeffy T 3285 for more breaking news, roster, and injury updates surrounding the New York Football Giants, as well as the New York Mets, Brooklyn Nets, WWE Wrestling, and Food for Thought. Turn on the bell for notifications and when the next video or short are going to be dropping on the channel. And let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this pay cut that Darius Slayton has taken to remain with the New York Giants roster going forward, and what you think What do you think he's going to be able to provide this New York Giants team going into the 2022 NFL season? If he's going to be somebody that's going to be more determined than ever to go out there and prove that he could still be an effective player on the New York Giants going to his free agent year next year in 2023. So I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your Hump Day Wednesday. And later on today, I'm going to be dropping another video about the New York Giants injury report, as I'm going to be debuting a new segment on this channel called the Black and Blue, as the New York Giants injury report for Wednesday, as well as Thursday and Friday, leading into the first game this season for the New York Giants against the Tennessee Titans. So everybody enjoys your Wednesday. Take it easy, and let's go New York Football Giants. Together Blue, everyone.